Hey, what's up? This is Cam. This is a hockey game I played earlier this week. This game was actually on Thanksgiving Monday, so the team, their goalie had his Thanksgiving dinner plans changed last minute, so I got called up to play for them. The team name is, I believe, BladesOfGlory. We were playing against another team with Blades of in their name, so it got kind of confusing, but BladesOfGlory I think is the name. I ended up playing pretty well, so we're going to go through the game and have fun doing it. What was really nice about this game was that the ice was empty. There's like no game before us or anything, so as soon as you're dressed, you're pretty much able to jump onto the ice, which was awesome because it gives you a really long warm-up and tons of time just to shoot around and have fun. There's not often, especially when you're playing like beer leagues and such, that they give you much time to, I guess you could say practice, but to kind of just shoot around. Usually as soon as you get on, it's like a quick warm-up and game time, so it's nice to have a little bit more time just to kind of hang out around on the ice and take things slow. The BladesOfGlory I have played for, this is the second time that I played for the team, and they're actually a really good team to play for. They have played together for, I think, a few years, they were telling me about, and you can definitely notice it on the ice. They have really good chemistry, and they slow down the play a lot, which I really enjoy. I mean, it's a bad turnover there, but for the most part, usually they bring the puck into their zone, they circle around, they move the puck up the ice. It's just enjoyable as a goalie because you don't have to worry about it too much. They don't make too many bad passes up the middle. And just in general, it's like good, solid, fundamental hockey. See, stuff like this is what I'm talking about. Player takes it behind the net, loses the guy on the other team, or passes it around, slows the game down, and they don't make very many mistakes in their own end, which is ideal. Goal number 1 for the good guys. And a big thumbs up for me. Up to this point, I don't even believe that I had a shot on that yet. Always nice as a goalie as well is when your team scores first. Goal support, it's fantastic. Goal number 2, absolute snipe from one of our players from like the hash marks. And just blink of your eye, it's 2-0. Sick. When I find myself standing around in net a lot, I try and do little practice, just kind of extending my arms and feeling out the net. It's good to stay paying attention to the game. You don't want to really lose track as a goalie and, you know, start daydreaming. So I also try and use the time just to kind of work on some, like, fundamentals. But, of course, following the play, just in case the other team comes down, just like there. That there is the first save of the game for me. Pretty easy. Shot is past the blue line, so I just redirect into the corner, no problem. And team with a good breakout. Oh, that was a close one. Okay, so coming up here is a play that actually becomes really close. So guy comes over to the line, fires on net, misses wide, but bounces off the boards, and then he hits it again, and he goes right through my legs. I remember feeling that puck hit me, and I felt it in between my legs. I'm like, oh crap. And I squeezed them, and I actually kick it with my right leg off the boards. Goes back to the guy. So he hits on net, that's a very common problem as a goalie. You have to worry about pucks staying off the boards. So you see me sliding over. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. My legs are wide open. Goes right between them and hits my left leg. And then you can see the puck sitting there, right here. And then I kick it with my right leg, and it goes right back across the crease. So definitely a close call. That's why it's important to stay in the game as a goalie, because sometimes just little random plays like that can happen, and that can turn the game from 2-0 to 2-1, and it completely changes everything. Okay, fires it on net. I should be holding on to pucks like that, but sometimes it just hit me funny, or maybe not paying attention. Guy fluffs it on net, doesn't even get there. So this is second period now. Guy gets a big rush. He actually does a really good job cutting across the net, and he actually did beat me. He just missed the net. I left that wide open, didn't get there in time, so I got lucky. I like to do this during the game as well. If there are times where I feel like I made a mistake, like on that goal, I'll go and re-practice that same play over and over again, just in case the next time that it happens, I'm a little bit more prepared. So I take more time to slowly come back and then make a nice full slide across. That way I'm getting from one side of the net all the way to the other, not just stopping in the middle like I did earlier. Pretty solid save. Puck came dangerously across the crease, and I was there. So guy actually turns it over behind the net, throws it out to the middle, and I make a good toe stop. And then they actually tried to get the puck out and actually hit the roof. Another rush for the other team. Defenseman does a really good job picking that off. And they clear a zone. Making my job easy. But he throws that one in the net. I just deflect it out to the side. And then make a fly ball kind of baseball play when the defenseman chips it on. Plays like that, where pucks are kind of just flying towards the net, I'll always just try and grab them and hold on to it. If there's space around, I'll drop it to a defenseman, but in most cases, if they're already in the offensive zone, just take the whistle. Solid save by me. Had to look through a bit of a screen there, but located the puck no problem. Once again, that puck I didn't even see, and it didn't actually make its way to the net. Most of the times, if I can't see the puck, like I'm doing a pretty good job looking for it, usually the puck can't see me, so I mean it can't see the net. And it can't see the net, usually can't go in. That was a great pass. I mean, I did a good effort to get there, but puck jumped over the guy's stick, so I didn't have to make the save. Another rush, guy comes over, and defenseman sticks out at play. It actually lands off the net, right on. So I guess the shot did hit the net. So coming up here, we actually end up scoring our third goal of the game. Right there. So up to this point, it's been 2-0 all game. Obviously, I haven't had a ton of work, but at the same time, some of those small saves actually end up being pretty key, right? The game changes to 2-1 at any point. It's pretty tight. 2-goal lead is solid, but once you get that third goal, you're usually sitting pretty good, especially by the time we're almost done the second period at this point. So this is the third period now. I do believe that we were actually up 4-0. I can't hang up my GoPro right off intermission, so I have to wait for the first whistle, and in this case, the first whistle was our team's fourth goal. Play like that, Buddy misses the net. I thought for sure he was going to pass it, and I'm happy he didn't, because it makes it a lot easier for me. Bit of a selfish play, though. Especially if you're just going to throw it wide. Like, at least hit the net, man. So he plays like that right there. Simple, easy, regroup, slows down the pace of the play, and then you move up the ice more like strategically. Everyone's set up and in the right spots, instead of just throwing the puck up the ice, right? So right here, we actually end up scoring our fifth goal, so we go up 5-0 in the game. At this point, the other team's starting to get a little frustrated because they're not getting a lot of shots on net, plus they're also losing 5-0, so happy Thanksgiving. It sucks to be them. I'm just, in my end, practicing post work. The one thing that's nice about being up 5-0 is usually the other team starts taking more offensive chances, so the game gets a little more exciting for me. This one here is a brutal play. They actually have like a 3-on-1 there for a moment. Just going back to that play, you see here, they pretty much have almost a 3-on-1. This guy, that guy, and then another one here, and one defenseman. Guy does a drop pass, which, like, he could pass it here, he could pass it there, this guy could pass it to the left and then right, like, you have tons of options. Guy holds onto the puck. Our defenseman does a good job taking away the shot. He doesn't even really try to make a pass. And then he just throws it wide. I don't know what they're doing. Like, a lot of times, too, and I just see there, I put my hands up. A lot of times as well, when teams can't score, when they're losing by a lot, they try and get too fancy. If anything, the guy should just rip the puck, the first guy, but... See here, this guy tries to drive to the net, and then he just shovels a weak backhand toward me. If he comes over and just rips the puck and tries to fire it high or around the side or something, he's a much better chance of scoring or at least generating a rebound than maybe another player can come in and push it into the net. When you can't score on a team or a goalie, the solution isn't ever to get more fancy. Oh, we'll get more creative plays. The solution is just to start throwing the puck at the net. That's it. Unless you're like the Colorado Avalanche and you have McKinnon and McCarr on your team and Rannon, like. It actually turned out to be a little good play. Guy takes a big, hard fall. Doesn't look too bad in the video, but sitting right there, he hit the ice pretty hard, so the ref blew a whistle. Come to think of it, the face-off is actually inside our zone. I don't know how much of it was our defenseman's fault for kind of tripping him up. Maybe it was, but if the guy fell on his own accord, that puck, that should have gone outside. Another wide shot. Another wide shot. These guys can't hit the net for crap. That was actually a good save. Guy throws into the middle, and I make a pretty good save with my shoulder there. Kind of comes out of nowhere. There's also, this is the dying seconds of the game. So I definitely was worried about preserving my shutout. So the puck goes wide. This guy throws it out. Right to the middle, and I caught it up high and then kind of cradled it with my glove. So I actually pick up the puck, and there's like 10 seconds left on the clock, so I was kind of very slowly handing it to the ref. He's like, oh, okay, we could do one more whistle or one more puck drop. But the other team didn't seem like they wanted to play anymore, so I was like, all right, I'll take it. I'll take the shutout. And yeah, that was the end of the game. If you made it all the way in the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any questions or just want to say something. I appreciate watching the whole thing, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.